So let's give a disclaimer here, folks. Not good. Not good. Not good. What I'm going to be talking to you about today. This is something that has been brewing for quite a while. And I know I'm going to get heat for it because it's only isolated to one state right now. However, other states are restructuring legislation to kind of mirror what is being done here. Okay, so let's jump into it. And a shout out to the channel Gig Drama for letting me know about this. So, California's giant ride-hailing and delivery companies suffered a setback as a state superior court judge invalidated a 2020 ballot proposition that allowed Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart, and other app-based businesses to classify their workers as independent contractors, which we are. In a lawsuit brought by the Service Employees International Union and several drivers, Alameda County Superior Court Judge Frank Roche ruled that Proposition 22 is unconstitutional and unenforceable. Not good, guys. Not good. That's in part because the law, Roche wrote, infringes on the power of the legislator explicitly granted by the state constitution to regulate compensation for workers' injuries. If the people wish to use their initiative power to restrict or qualify a plenary, and unlimited power granted to the legislator, they must first do so by initiative constitutional amendment, not by initiative statute, the judge wrote. By including language aimed at preventing drivers from unionizing, the ballot measure also violates a constitutional provision that requires laws and initiatives to be limited to a single subject, Roche ruled. Proposition 22 claims to protect Californians who choose to work as independent contractors, but it also obliquely and indirectly prevents them from bargaining collectively, he wrote. That prohibition appears only to protect the economic interests of the network companies in having a divided, ununionized workforce, which is not a stated goal of legislation. This is not great. Since a ballot initiative cannot be amended after it is passed by voters, any unconstitutional provision renders it unenforceable. Ride-hailing company Uber vowed to appeal. This ruling ignores the will of the overwhelming majority of California voters and defies both logic and the law, said spokesperson Noah Edwardson. We will appeal and we expect to win. That's very confident there. Uber and other gig economy companies spent more than $200 million last year in the nation's costliest ever ballot initiative campaign to exempt their drivers from a 2019 law. AB 5 requiring gig workers across many industries to be classified as employees with benefits such as minimum wage, overtime, and workers' compensation in case of injury. Californians overwhelmingly approved the ballot measure, which won with 58% of the vote in the November election. They tried to boost their profits by undermining democracy and the state constitution, said Bob Schoonover, president of SEIU, California State Council, and applauding the ruling. For 2 years, drivers have been saying that democracy cannot be bought, and today's decision shows they were right. UC Berkeley law scholar Catherine Fisk, who filed an amicus brief in the case on behalf of the plaintiffs, said the companies could win a stay on the judge's ruling in the next 2 weeks, despite what she said are daily harms to drivers. After consideration by the State Court of Appeals, it will be eventually decided by the California Supreme Court, she said, adding that the process could take a year. Well, at least we have a year. The California Supreme Court previously declined to hear a constitutional challenge to Proposition 22 in February, ordering the plaintiffs to first file the suit in a lower venue. Experts have said most measures that appear on the ballot through a signature gathering process in California inevitably face a legal challenge. And traditionally, California courts are often hesitant to overturn ballot measures because the move can be seen as challenging the will of the people. Jeff Vetter, a spokesman for the Protect App-Based Drivers and Services Coalition, formed by the companies to lead the pro-Proposition 22 campaign last year, called the decision outrageous, an affront to the overwhelming majority of California voters who passed Prop 22. Proposition 22 bitterly divided drivers, with some backing the initiative and others in groups such as Los Angeles-based Rideshare Drivers United and San Francisco-based Gig Workers Rising and Mobile Workers Alliance, filing an amicus brief against the measure. The companies operate way below labor standards, said Nicole Moore, an organizer with the Los Angeles group. Most voters thought they were helping drivers. Drivers have just seen the opposite of help. The ruling comes at a time when the companies are battling efforts in Massachusetts and other states to classify their workers as employees rather than independent contractors, like I was saying before. So what do we think about this, guys? Okay? This is the gig economy is falling to pieces. It's still a big thing. Don't get me wrong, but it's falling to pieces with this kind of stuff, with the legislation, because the lawmakers and, the judges and all the people in the politics don't work like we do. So they don't understand how important it is to remain an independent contractor, which is why this is a big freaking mess. So my question to everybody watching in the chat, everybody watching in the comments or whatever, what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is something that's extremely concerning, or are you not even caring about it? And are you a full-time driver or a part-time driver? Let me know down below, guys. We'll have to see where it goes. Also, make sure you guys are all subscribed to my other channel, Team PTD. We're trying to get it to 1,000 subscribers. We're like 100 away. So link is in the description. Make sure to turn on that notification bell and all that stuff. Definitely go over there, watch the videos. There's more content like Pay to Drive, and I will be adding more stuff. So let me know in the comments or the chat if you're subscribed. Leave a comment saying subbed. There are all the names right here on your screen of our current patrons as of the current moment of this video being made. So huge shout outs to all of them. If you guys want to sign up, links are down below. As I mentioned, who's going to be the next patron? Maybe it will be you.